welcome back to Let's Play From Dust.
Kita berada di hari terakhir. Tapi di mana duniani dah zamani? Tanpa si kuya, kita tidak akan lama. Dahulu zamani menikah mesti dafa. Terserah duniani tanah yang kita kursikan.
So let's do this a little bit better this time. You won't even trust me with a building this time. There we go. Okay, let's try this again. Without fatalities this time. Also, I never stopped to say I adore the voices they do on here. It really sounds like a language, and just really, it might be a language for all I know, but they really did a good job with it, and I really enjoy that. The cutscene narrator. Why is Earth 4? Like, it seems odd they didn't put it in order. No, wait, wrong button. Chong. Chicka-chong, 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 chicka-chong. This village will be on high, so I don't break it again. So you can break it just by messing up the terrain badly. Sorry, I can't get up there to click on it anymore. Oh, there go all my villagers. I really cannot be trusted. Did one of them just yell close the door? They're secretly gamers, all yelling random gaming things. Oh, I really feel bad for that. Come on, people. Unless you want to live on one of the Hawaiian Islands right here and just be happy with that. Breath of Earth. I like how it wiped all the grass out, only for the grass to grow back. Makes a ton of sense, don't it? Okay, so this time, don't mess with the volcano. I like that the terrain warps itself enough that even if you meticulously copied somebody else, the way the water moves and everything might make a different outcome. It's just this. I don't know. I don't understand why why they haven't tried reusing this for other things, because this is just a beautiful map generation. I mean, it really comes out looking like a legitimate island. I mean, like a natural island. I'm just fascinated by that, I guess. Because, in theory, there's a lot that could be done with this. And actually, a lot of game designers have begun using natural methods to produce levels. One example would be the Half-Life 2 gravity gun was originally a development tool for the Half-Life games for areas that were wrecked or messed up. It turns out it's harder to make a mess intentionally that looks like a legitimate mess, so they'd put items where they should be and then go through and just wreak havoc, and then save the resultant mess. And then the gravity gun ended up being an actual item in the game too. But sometimes for that just finishing touch, like the map wouldn't look right without the ground eroding itself like it does, giving it that feel of, like, it lends to itself a greater feeling of it being a natural thing. This water flowing, if you could just zoom out on it and it looks like a 3D rendering of an island. It doesn't look fake. Which is often a problem with terrain warping abilities, is that it can sometimes be easy to tell where the player intervened and where they didn't. Especially in older games. I love Populous, but I can tell that the terrain generation does work on a grid map system. There's two ways to tell this. The flatten spell, and when you use land bridge, if you watch where the smoke appears, you get a glimpse at the grid for a moment. Well, that was the best they could do at the time, and it works beautifully. But it just can't compare to this made years later that looks like real fluid terrain. If somebody out there took the physics engine from Dust and tried to recreate Populous with it, I think you would have a master. I mean, From Dust is already a masterpiece. I just think they would be very compatible with each other. Oh, wrong button. There we go. There we go. Go ahead with the fourth totem. I need the breath of water, though. I'm gonna try to avoid the edge of the map because I don't want to mess with how that looks. But I created the terrain, so of course there's palms everywhere. Look at it go. I will say it's slightly redundant that the Breath of Plants is the last one, because by the time you get it, there's plants everywhere. Trying to get the mouse pointer there. There we go. Breath of Water. There we go, I've created a spring. It shouldn't overflow, it should start carving its way out. Although making a ton of them on top of each other might make it flood. I'm going to create a few source rivers. You've used up all your available water sources. Earned Breath of Plants. I'm gonna let those go naturally. You have all the powers to make the world in your own image. Use them wisely. Yeah. They clearly don't know who they're talking to. Use them wisely. I'll accidentally burn the world to the ground. Breath of Plants is pretty hard to mess up, though. Oh. I really don't want that plant there. Okay, there we go. Sorry, fire plant. Holy. There we go. The people are all confused. Like, where did everything go? Okay, so that does... It just takes it a second to appear. Okay, Breath of Earth. I want to put a... carve a... Come on, come through there. Come on, water. But yeah, you have all of the, basically all the map generation tools. And then you have the ability to commence the final... No, never mind, you don't have the ability. I thought you could do the final ritual. Breath of Water is what I need. Oh, okay, I was afraid I'd hit the wrong button. Okay. You sure you want to do this? You have paradise. You could stop here and you'd be fine. Do you really need to commune with the ancients? This action is irreversible as a warning. Oh, and it's a glowing passageway. The earth is crumbling. Use your powers to help the men reach the place of the ritual. Because you've broken the world. Where do you... Oh, well, that's not helping them at all. Alright. Yeah, the place literally just crumbles it back into the ocean. Oh, come on, behave, mouse pointer. Go to the thing. There we go. And the world collapsed around them. The water's taking its sweet time getting in there. you can use that point to play with tsunamis and stuff now that they all have the repel water and repel fire and stuff. But where are they now?
Dandi si Nikita ay siku ya Bertama.
And that loops back to the cutscene from the first level. The implied meaning is that they themselves are the ancients, forever in a circle chasing themselves. The title of the game, From Dust, referencing From Dust Ye Came, From Dust Ye Shall Return. They themselves, they're following their own tail, basically. They're following the trail that they left behind, leading up to them gaining all of the power, and then the world collapsing and them losing all of the power. And because it's so many generations down the line, they don't realize that they're just following their own cycle, endlessly repeating, living their lives happily. I mean, they're not, not exactly in a bad position, mind you, depending on which world they're born in, which point of the journey they're born in, I suppose. But really beautiful and minimal but meaningful story. Very, I assume many people would call it artistic. The game itself is a masterpiece, and I'd recommend it to anybody that is into this sort of gameplay. If you've watched this far, I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see more games like this in the future. I would love to see a resurgence of games like Populous, like more games like From Dust. I feel like that the God game genre and the God game / RTS hybrid genre are two game genres that just didn't get a whole lot of attention, that have a lot of potential. I'm not sure how much effort I'm not sure how hard it is to design these games compared to other games. There may be a reason. They may be very hard to program, but I don't know. As much as I'd love to go into game design, it's a fairly complex field. But yeah, in the end, I'd rate this game very highly, like I said. And I'm starting to ramble so that the credits can go, but I don't know what else to say. I would almost put here like say what the next game is going to be, but since I record them in advance and I'm still quite ahead, I still haven't finished releasing System Shock 2 at this point. So we'll see how long into the future it is before this gets released. I'm trying not to release a ton of videos every day. I'm still releasing 4 a day. But yeah, I'm rambling at this point. Not cutting the credits short when I run out of stuff to say, because the people that made the game deserve the credit. And as long they're not complaining about me doing Let's Plays, then the least I can do is show their credits and not mess with that. If Bullfrog hadn't gone under, I would love to have seen what would happen if Ubisoft and Bullfrog combined some of these concepts. Gives me fond memories of Dungeon Keeper. Fun game. Also a Bullfrog game. That was a bullfrog in the background that just riveted also. Well, I assume it was a frog of some kind. Very large product team. Many credits. Much scrolling. Very quiet credits reel also. I like the the ambience of just the natural sounds. It's certainly a nice change from. I mean, it matches the game. It's a nice change of pace, given that most credit screens are loud and I can barely talk over them. But it really, really works well with the theme of the game. Powered by Adobe Flash. Did not know that. Oh look, more programmers. Oh, I really hope it doesn't loop back on itself and me not realize it until the third loop like it did with Populous. I should pay more attention to the credits while they're rolling. Okay. Well, I suppose anybody's still watching at this point.